Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. My name is Nana. Welcome to Nana's Kitchen. Today is another beautiful day that I'm going to teach you or show you how to make another traditional meal in Ghana. This is just an accompaniment. It's called Shito. The easiest way to make Shito. Ingredients I'm going to use today: dry pepper, dry shrimps, red onions, white onions, ginger, mixed spice, dry mixed spices, tomato puree, and fresh pepper. Okay, I know traditionally lots of people like to use only the dry pepper to make shito. So today we are going to do something new. So I'll show you step by step how to go about it. I've done all my preparations already. I've chopped up everything else. So let's go for it. So the first thing, I am going to do the fresh ingredients first. I will use the fresh ingredients first, because if I put the dry stuff in, it's going to make it go colorful quickly, and my fresh stuff will not cook properly. So that is the reason why I am doing the fresh first. So goes in the pepper. I'll drop in the oil. I've washed my hands so I can use my hand. I'm going to make this in 2 lots. I'm going to make it 2 lots because it's a bit much. I'm doing a bit more. So I will do it 2 lots. I have my oil here. I'll use the oil to blend. I'll use the oil to blend the ingredients. I've blended the first lot nicely, so I am going to put it in the frying pan. Okay. Now do the second lot. Okay, so the next step is to add the second lot. As I said, I'm doing more. Yeah, I'm making more shito. So I have made sure everything, all the fresh ingredients is now, all the fresh ingredients is blended now. And I'm going to cook it to a point before we do the next step. Okay. I'll put in a pinch of salt. So the salt you take depends on how much shito you are making. Okay, so my shito will be a bit much because I want to keep it for some time. Okay, so I will leave it to simmer a bit before I go on the next step. Wow. Okay, so the next thing is to add my puree. Because I'm doing all the wet ingredients first, I'll add my puree now. So I have puree going into the ginger, onion, and the fresh pepper. Okay. Time to mill the shrimps. I finished milling the pepper. I'm now going to mill the shrimps. Okay, so I have now milled my pepper and I have milled my shrimps. So I'm going to, once you see the oil settle, separating from the actual mixture, then you know it's time to add the dry ingredient because it is actually drying now. All the water, because you don't want any water in Shito. I didn't put any water at all, but because you have water in the ginger, pepper, and the onions, they are natural waters already contained in them. You need to fry until it's all dry. So now it's separating, so I can tell it's drying, so I can add the dry ingredients so they cook together. They can mix well together. Okay, so it goes in the pepper and the shrimp powder. Okay, they are not powder, I milled them, so now I can call them powder because I've made them into powder. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave it to simmer nicely after adding the milled pepper and the milled dry shrimps. Yeah, so midway point, beginning to get the color now. Okay. I've left it to simmer slowly. Okay, so the shito is now ready. I'm going to switch it off leave it to cool down before I bottle. Yeah, there you have it. This is just one way of having shito with wachi and some gari on the side. Wachi, grilled chicken, shito with some gari on the side. Yeah, you can eat it with so many things, so many delicacies. Anything you want a cake of spice in it, you add to it. Okay, so the next day I've got myself a nice washed old coffee jar. Okay, you don't need to buy any expensive jar. Your used jar you wash nicely, and the most important thing is to make sure it's very dry. Okay, so that is what I'm going to store the shito in. The shito is now nicely cooled. It was done yesterday, so it's nicely cooled. So what I'm going to do is to fill it in the jar. Okay, now just put it in the jar. It tastes yummy. Okay. Now just close it. There you have it. Nice shito bottled. I'm going to leave it in the fridge and use it gradually. Thank you for watching Nana's Kitchen. It's been an amazing day. Please try it. Shito is always nice. You can keep it in the fridge and you use it as a accompaniment for so many dishes that you want some heat in it. Sometimes the food doesn't have heat and you want heat in it. So you can eat it with anything. Wache, jollof, anything. Sometimes you just make your anwamu and you put it on and you are done. So please share, subscribe, let me hear your comments. It's always good to see you. Bye.